Kond is one of the oldest and most mysterious districts in Yerevan, the capital of Armenia. Its name means long hill in Armenian, because it sits on a steep rocky hill overlooking the city. Kond was one of Yerevan's 3 original quarters since the 17th century. Shahar, the Old City, Demirbular, Karahank, and Kond, Tepebash. Kond, similar to Shahar, was also populated by indigenous Armenians, and during Persian rule, they became the majority ethnic group living in the quarter. During this time, the area was presided over by the Gegamian family of Meliks. The population of Kond soon became multi-ethnic. At that time, it was a mixed community of Armenians, Persians, Turks, and Roma. Life was tightly packed into a small hilltop area. It had narrow streets, hillside homes, and handmade architecture. Over the centuries, Kond changed hands many times. Persian rule, known as Tepebashi, hilltop. Ottoman influence added cultural and architectural layers. Russian Empire began modern changes in Yerevan. During the Soviet era, 1920s to 1991, Yerevan was massively redesigned. The Soviet period is one of the most important chapters in the story of Kond, because it's exactly when the rest of the city changed, and Kond didn't. The city was rebuilt under architect Alexander Turmanian, who planned wide avenues, pink tough stone buildings, organized and modern districts. Kond was actually planned for demolition multiple times. Soviet authorities saw it as overcrowded, unhygienic, too chaotic compared to planned Soviet design, but it never fully happened. Some nearby areas were demolished, a few buildings were replaced, but Kond itself was never completely cleared. While the rest of the city modernized, Kond residents lived very differently. Houses were often shared by multiple families. Infrastructure was basic, water and sewage issues. Buildings were patched and modified instead of rebuilt. Community life stayed very tight-knit. Extremely narrow streets, sometimes only 1 to 2 meters wide. Houses built on top of older houses. Mixed architecture from different centuries. A time capsule feeling in the middle of a modern city. Even today, you can still find traces of a 17th century mosque ruin, old stone houses and courtyards. Many residents still live there, and it feels like a small village inside a capital city. In the early spring, April 2026, weather is mild and cloudy, perfect for exploring the city. On the moment, Kond has a lot of construction sites. Half of the streets have been dug up and will be replaced. Walls in Kond have a lot of graffitis. Around 2018, a local artist named Sergei Navasardian, aka Yerevan Tropics, started painting walls in Kond. What began as one graffiti piece turned into a full project. It evolved into the Kond Gallery, an open-air street art space. Artists began using old walls as canvases. This transformed Kond into a living street art museum. Unlike aggressive graffiti scenes in some cities, Kond's style is very unique. Themes you'll see: Armenian identity, Mount Ararat, cultural symbols, daily life and local characters, abstract shapes and colors, humor and subtle messages. Street art in Yerevan, including Kond, tends to be more aesthetic than political. A neighborhood in danger of disappearing. In modern times, Kond has faced rebuilding plans since Soviet times. Uncertain government redevelopment projects. Fear of demolition or gentrification. Some people see it as a priceless historical old town. Others see it as a neglected area needing reconstruction. So its future is still uncertain. Today, Kond is important because it's the closest thing Yerevan has to an old medieval town. It preserves centuries-old street layouts. It shows how ordinary people lived through different empires. It feels like a hidden world inside the capital. Even though it's not a tourist hotspot, visitors go there for authentic old Yerevan atmosphere, street photography, and historical exploration. Kond is not just a neighborhood, it's a living fragment of old Yerevan that survived wars, empires, and modernization. When approximately 100 Armenian Boschers moved to the hill, empires came and went. Persians, Ottomans, Russians, all left their mark on this city. But Kond remained, not rebuilt, not erased, just quietly surviving.